Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Where do you think you're going to put a tree that big?
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
Bend over and I'll show you. You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Griswold. I wasn't talking to you.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. Appreciate you guys checking out the program. Shout out to the dum-dums over in the comment section that thought that I was not going to show up today. Bless your sweet little hearts. Bless your sweet little hearts.
He has
All right,
to show
anyway.
up. He's the brains behind the technology here.
That's so sweet of you, Jackpot. You are the cream to my coffee, Jackpot. That's what you are. Captain Tripp says, where's my dusty ass Clemson hat? So I've got several hats. This is a hat for the Orange Bowl, which is where Clemson is probably going. I thought that would be what I would wear this evening. I mean, you know, I expect to take some. I can go get the Clemson hat if that'll make you feel better. I mean, I've got the Clemson Tiger tattoo, Paul. What else do you want from me?
You never know. You never know what the world you're going to get from us over here. I mean, hell, we had one of our greatest wins in probably a fucking decade yesterday, and I got on a Penn State trucker hat.
I think that
Rob, how you doing, Rob? That's another Rob over in the comment section. I met him up at the Vanderbilt game and that.
That's cool. All right. So let's take care of our sponsors first, and then we will get to Jackpot. We have a special guest that we're going to bring on the program this evening. We're going to take calls too. I've got some stuff that I want to put out there. We're going to give Jackpot a chance to gloat about his Gamecocks getting the win yesterday in a game that not very many people saw it coming, except for our guest here, who claims that he predicted it 3 months ago. Anyway, we got a lot to get into this evening. We'll talk about we'll have calls here momentarily, but excuse me. First of all, thanks to Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. You can we updated the Pick'em Challenge, and currently, I think Jackpot. Let me make sure that I look at the standings correctly here. If you go to the website right now, RobandKaleShow.com, right now, leading the way with 90 points is Carlos Klein, and there's a slew of people behind him, including Daniel Gregory with 86 points, Gary Todd with 85 points, Kentucky Durbin with 85 points. Good round for Kentucky Durbin this week. He got 9. Jackpot also got 9. Congratulations to you, sir. We did have 110 this week. That went to Ronald Jordan, but it's coming down to it. Next week is the final. Yeah, next week is the final week of this contest. We will pick the championship games. However many championship games are over on the weekend. I can't remember how many it is. I think there's like 9 or 10 of them, but we'll pick all of those games that are on Saturday. Right now,
we'll do the MAC game and that.
No, because the MAC games are in the middle of the week, isn't it?
It's probably on Friday, so somebody will watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to shaft people that are.
12 game is, I think.
Hold on, we'll look right here. It'll tell us in just a second.
Can I address a few things in the comment section before they scroll away? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Reed. Okay. Reed Ean 88 says, "Why are so many SEC fans of other teams? It's retarded. Because we fucking can. That's why. I don't have an answer for you. That Dennis Hollyfield." Tater fan says the U of SC Super Bowl laughing emoji or crying laughing emoji. Yeah, you know, the ones that usually make fun of a game and call it somebody's Super Bowl is usually the ones who lost the fucking Super Bowl. So, we'll let you have that. That's fine. And then Travis Roll says to go on ahead and say it, Jackpot in the Tyler's voice. Oh, we don't care. We don't care. Hope that was good enough.
Okay. Can I go on or?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm done.
All right. So actually, Jackpot, I think we should include the Pac-12 contest because if Utah wins, they could be playing in the college football playoffs. So the forms need to be due by Friday. Everybody understand that? By Friday this week, because the championship games, or hold on, wait a minute. There may be more than this. Let's do it this way. Yeah, on Friday, and there are, let's see here. My God. You've got Conference USA Championship and the Pac-12 Championship on Friday. And for some reason, Akron's playing Buffalo at 1 o'clock on a fucking Friday. What the hell's going on there? Anyway. We'll have.
I'll be working. That's disappointing. I want to see that.
That game had the potential to be the Cale Hall shitter. Akron and Buffalo.
Maybe I can carry my phone around and watch it.
Maybe so. Anyway, so there's looking at the schedule here. You got Conference USA, Pac-12. That's 1, 2. Big 12 is 3. MAC Championship is 4. Sun Belt Championship is 5. SEC Championship is 6. AAC is 7. Mountain West is 8. Big 10 is 9. ACC Championship is 10. And you know what? Since the 4, we're gonna make Akron. If this is cool with you, Jackpot,
wait, they're not in the championship game. They fucking suck. What are they?
I know that's what I'm saying. It's a 1 o'clock game with a team that's 2-9 and a team that's 5-6. That's why that is the perfect Cale Hall shitter game. Do you agree?
It's an absolutely great shitter game. Oh, somebody said it's a makeup game from the snowstorm because of that snowstorm in Buffalo last week. Remember when they moved the Bills game to Detroit or whatever?
Right. All right. Anyway, so that's going to be the shitter. So you have to have your picks in by Friday at 12 o'clock because that game kicks off at 1. So make sure that you have all of that in the mix there. That gives us 11 games.
Let me respond. Red Dean 88 says, "Oh, so you tell me all SEC fans are frauds? They don't really have a team. I'm glad I stick with the team I pull for, and that's Clemson." Look here, dude. Look, I support Penn State other than South Carolina because I have relatives from there. I go up there every year. I spend a lot of time there. I also support Oregon State. I support Rutgers, and I support Mizzou. But I'm not going to pull for them if they play the Gamecocks. It's fuck Mizzou. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can support more than one. I don't rush home to watch all those other teams' games or anything. I mean, it's just kind of a thing. I like their apparel and stuff. To be honest with you, more than anything. But I do support Penn State more than I support the others. But hell, all right, I'm done explaining all that.
All right, we got to take care of these super chats first. Mike Lucas says Sam Hartman tied Taj Boyd for most passing TDs in ACC history. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations on that. You lost to Duke. Hard time. I'm giving you a hard time, Mike.
That's funny. And thank you for the $5 and Jackpot will hit you in the nose. Lee Wilder says it sucks to be a Gamecock. We only beat Clemson by 1 point. There you go. All right. So with that, we've talked about Callaway's. The pick'ems will be there. Now, our bowl pick'em challenge is active now. Go to the website, robandkaleshow.com. Costs $20, just like this contest. Once all the bowls drop, we'll have one big pick'em sheet. Every bowl, or do you want to do the confidence picks this year, Jackpot? Which one do you want to do? Remember how we did it on ESPN one year? You want to do it the way we normally do it, or?
No, we do this the regular way. We do it. You just, you sent out that one big sheet before bowl week started, and
yeah. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do.
Let's wait until after. Can we wait until after conference championship weekend's done? We have a winner declared for this contest, so I can send them. Their money
that's a good point.
So I can clean all those accounts out, so I don't get money mixed up and stuff. I have money. I gotta clean out my cash drawer.
Fair enough. Sorry about that. Anyway, be sure to think about the bowl challenge coming up. Also, we have from Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, who watched Jackpot's live stream yesterday. He says with his son, which, okay. He said he watched it with his son yesterday, which I think is funny. But Dennis Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he said to remind you that you were talking out of both sides of your mouth yesterday. Anytime South Carolina made a turnover, they were giving the game away. But when Clemson would give a turnover, that was South Carolina earned it. He wanted me to remind you were talking out of both sides of your mouth. So I was like,
well, right. I mean, I'm known for that. So
anyway, Stetson says I'm holding off phone calls. No, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about here. Zangiff with the super chat. Cat Money Mike Williams sends his regards. Thank you, Money Mike.
I want
Anyway.
I want to call these people out real quick, Rob, if I can. Yesterday during that live chat, or live stream, it was pretty insane, and I may have missed something. So I wanted to go real quick. I wanted to give a thank you to everyone who did a super chat during that live stream. I'm going to call your name. I probably already told you thank you, but if I didn't, I'm doing it now. Zach Floyd, thank you. Cynical Aries, Megan Megan, 850 Matthew, Mike Luca, Wahoo Brad 24, Chat 10 Mac, Elijah Allen, Dr. Bark, Sancho, Sea Dog, Dogs 229, Aaron Anderson, Caviar Hound, BGPO Football Funk, Ray Bob, Andy Hall, Yurter. I know I told you thank you because I was like, how did I stumbled over that one? Hoverbilly Paul, Shortage, M. Miller, Mike Luca does great yesterday. A bunch of super chats. He gave me his whole paycheck pretty much. Hope he's able to put in mortgage this week. Justin Stockton, Tilly, and Scratch King. Thank you very much to everyone who super chatted yesterday. Awesome support for the channel.
Anyway, let's do our bit from Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, whose feelings is hurt about this game. Jackpot, tell us the story, sir.
All right, and you know, I'm aggravated about having to do this because I should be able to write a bit for your ass to fucking do, but I'm gonna do it because I'm.
Well, hold on, sir. Respectfully, there are tons of Gamecock fans that are going to be listening to this show. If they want to make the financial commitment that Dennis Wilson made to the program, we might be able to entertain that. Now that we have South Carolina fans here and not hiding under a fucking rock. So if you guys want to sponsor the show like Dennis Wilson did, no, you can sponsor the show like Dennis Wilson did, and then we can go from there. So anyway, go ahead.
It sucks to be a Gamecock. The loss yesterday was an early Christmas gift. 8-year-olds finally know what a win over Clemson feels like. The win for us yesterday was nothing that we did. It was what Clemson did not do. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, giving Kale a taste of his own medicine.
Shit.
Anyway. All right, so you want to talk to our guest here first, Jackpot?
Let's go ahead, yes.
All right, so Jackpot, tell us a little bit about our guest that we have in waiting here.
Jordan is TriStar Sports. This is a Tennessee Vols fan. He does a lot of stuff on Twitter. He does a lot of Twitter Spaces. He's a big Tennessee fan. I sat there and I talked to him for about close to an hour yesterday evening. He is really passionate about Tennessee Vols. We thought we'd bring him in here for a little while and let him be part of the show tonight. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. Y'all hear me good and all right?
Yeah, man.
Good. And I was going to say congratulations to the Pecker man because I've been calling that for 3 weeks. Every time I call in, what would I always end it with? I'm calling it. I'm calling my shot. The Peckers are beating the Taters, and sure enough, it happened. Anyways, the Volatards, they won 56-0. Now, granted, they had over 360 yards rushing, and Joe Milton still has the overthrowing problem, so that will need to be fixed next year. But I was looking at the bowl projections, and most of them have the Volatards playing the Taters in the Orange Bowl. That would be
cool.
Cool. But, yeah, appreciate y'all having me on tonight.
All
No problem at all. That is weird. That is crazy that, the Tennessee fan base has been such a big part of this show all year long. Just like last year, it was the Georgia fan base was such a huge. What's funny?
I'm sorry, Jackpot. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just Jim Miller.
Just like last year, the Georgia fan base was such a huge part of the show. After the Georgia Clemson game last year, we had just tons of Georgia fans here. The Vol fans have been a huge part of it this year too, and it's just absolutely crazy. It looks like, barring any unforeseen circumstances, that these two are going to end up playing in the Orange Bowl. Now I'm pulling for Clemson. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pulling for Clemson against North Carolina. Number one, I don't fucking like North Carolina anyway. Number two, I want Clemson to win because we beat them. I mean, it makes our win look better. I've said that kind of stuff for a long time. I don't care if it's Clemson. I can pull for them if I want to in that game. I'm going to support them in that game because I want to see that matchup with them in Tennessee. I want to see it something fierce. And Tennessee's they have nothing to. I mean, they're playing with housemate. They don't have a game, the championship game or anything to play in to screw up. So Clemson, you got to do your part here and take out the Tard holes. And I'm sure you can do that. They've already dropped 2 games in a row, so disposing of them should be pretty much just like flushing the commode.
M. Miller with the super chat is what I was laughing at, and I'm going to read this because I have no problem taking my medicine when I lose. He says, "It sucks to be a Tiger. I just got hired as Brandon Streeter's speechwriter." That is over the top good, sir. That is some top level smack there, man. Very, very good. So thank you for the super chat as well. Anyway, Jackpot, look, we'll go over the game really quick here, and then we'll take some calls if you want. The big thing with this game, and I got to put this out there really quick before we get into it, and we're going to take calls, don't worry about it, but there's a section of this game, it upset me, not just because Clemson lost, but simply because there's a section of the fan base that came out that there are people that are saying, I am not going to the ACC championship game because of the way the team played and if Uiagalelei is going to start. I hate to break this to you, but you are shitty fans. You should take a lesson from the South Carolina fans. The South Carolina fans that were absolutely over the moon happy that they won that game yesterday. And so happy that they met their team at the stadium when they got back last night. And it looked like a Warriors homecoming. And yeah, I mean, I know it's just a win over Clemson, and I get that. But Clemson fans have gotten to the point where they are so fucking spoiled that they don't know what good football is anymore. They really don't. They're not appreciative of what the product that's out there. Because we can spin it however you want. But if you're playing for your conference championship every year, basically, except for last year in the past 7-8 years, you're a contender for the college football playoff every year. That's a good program. You got people that are saying, hey, I'm not going to go to the ACC championship game. You know, I have 2 words for you. Fuck you.
No,
Fuck you.
Suck it.
No, fuck you. You can take your tickets and burn them, or give them to someone that's going to go, that's going to root for the Tigers against those nasty people from North Carolina. So there you go with that.
You know, we've kind of seen them lose their shit a little bit before when they lost some games that you know, they might. Maybe they shouldn't have. It hadn't been many, but I seem to remember the loss to Ohio State a couple of years ago. They got real upset after that one, and you know, they were wanting everybody benched. Oh my God, last year was awful with the yeah. I mean, last year you really saw the spoiled brattiness coming out. I mean, and they're talking about turning their season to they're turning their tickets to the ACC championship game and giving them away. If the ukulele starts the damn game, if they don't bench him, hell, he led you to a 10-1 record. You're a hell of a lot better than you were last year. You sucked last year.
Well, and Brock with a good point here. I wish I could like this more than once. Most Clemson fans are fans of winning, not Clemson. I hate to break it to you, but the bandwagon fans, they're there. There's not people that remember. We use Nealon Green as a reference. They don't remember Nealon Green, Keith Adams, guys like that. They don't remember that shit. They don't remember Reggie Merriweather running between tackles, being at 5'6", out there trying to be a football player when he should be playing for the fucking Citadel. They don't remember that shit.
I can't tell you who Raymond Priester is.
Yeah, who the fuck is Raymond Priester exactly? All right, well, Jackpot, we got to get to the phones. Let's open up the phones at 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. That is the number to dial if you would like to join the program this evening. Have at it, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to talk, there's the number as we get you rolling here. And let's go to the first call here. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hello, Rob. How are you doing, sir?
Hello.
I was just calling. Just wanted to wish you well on eating your crow.
Sure.
As I remember, the last live stream, you had mentioned that there was no chance in hell.
I did say that.
Yeah. Okay.
You're absolutely right. Look, this is a monumental win for the Gamecock program, sir. I don't have a problem admitting that. It is. It's a big win for you guys.
Well, how do you think that Clemson will fare against North Carolina, honestly?
Well, if they play like they did against South Carolina, they might get blown the hell out. There was nothing that was put out there on the field yesterday that made me feel all warm and fuzzy about Clemson at all. Rattler threw for almost 400 fucking yards. That's nothing to go home and feel happy about. So as of right now, if they play like they did yesterday, I don't feel very confident about them beating North Carolina. I really don't.
All right, sir. Well, thank you very much, and go Gamecocks.
Go Cox.
All right. Have a good day, sir. 803-470-2905. Let's see here. Sanchez says, Rob with the backhanded compliments. What did I say that was backhanded, sir? Did I say something backhanded, Kale?
I don't know. I noticed it. Ed Rock over in the chat says, yeah, USC acts like they just won a natty. Okay. I don't know. I mean, they beat Notre Dame.
So
I guess
basically,
that's pretty cool.
Well, welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hello, sir.
Doing good now.
Sorry, you caught me when I was just laying down here. I just finished off my first box of the season, Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You had a whole you had a whole mess of them the other night. You were showing us. You had like 4 or 5 boxes, and you said it would last you until for several months.
No. I buy 4 or 5 boxes every time I go to the store this time of year. 4 or 5 boxes only last me about a week.
Don't go do anything crazy with those. You'll end up getting diabetes.
you'll get them back.
Stockpile them, so I have them like in May and June. But I just have a couple of things, and then I'll be on my way. I don't understand. You're saying these Clemson fans are all upset. They looked happy as hell yesterday when they were rushing the field after a loss.
So that's tradition. They always meet at the Paul. But anyway, go ahead.
It's stupid.
Well, I mean, okay. In your eyes, it's stupid. You're not
tradition in football.
Really? Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue tradition with you, sir.
What would be worse? And Clemson has done both of these things, but you tell me what looks worse. Rushing the field after you beat a team that's like 2-8, or rushing the field after you lose to your rival. What do you think is a worse look?
I think the worst look is rushing the basketball court when you beat Belmont. That's probably the shittiest that I felt as a Clemson fan.
The answer is rushing the field after a loss. It's the dumbest tradition in all of sports. If you had any idea how dumb y'all look when Dabo Swinney is crying to the reporter on the field 5 seconds after the game ends, and there's idiot Clemson fans rushing the field. And you know what's even worse? It's not just Clemson fans. You have South Carolina fans rushing your own field,
right?
Because that's the dumb shit y'all do. Y'all rush the field after a loss. It's by far the dumbest thing in all of it. And only have one more thing, and then I'll hang up and talk. This question is for Jackpot. Is Jackpot available?
Yeah, he's sitting right there.
Right. Yes, sir.
Okay. Jackpot, is Texas A&M a good team?
No.
But they beat a top 10 team yesterday. Have a great day.
They're horrible.
A&M is horrible.
Yep. A&M is really bad.
You know something, Mr. TriStar. No, people really started talking about this rushing the field thing at Clemson and everywhere else. You know all that started. All that started when the Tennessee fans rushed the field and tore down those goalposts after they beat Alabama. Now, I think there's something to that. I don't know if there's some kind of Tennessee magic there or something. They started a trend, or but everybody's just gotten really excited about rushing the field now.
Going on in college sports for decades. That's nothing new. They've been doing it for years. I was reading a story. Apparently, back in the mid '60s, it was during a Florida and Florida State game. They apparently got in a fight, and the fans rushed the field and they tore down the goalposts and started trying to joust each other.
Oh God!
Yeah, but Tennessee, we've only done it 3 times. In 1982.
Nobody connected.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the program, caller. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. This is Jacob. I'm a big Clemson fan.
Sure.
And I got a question. Do you think that DJ should be the remainder starting quarterback for this team?
Well, once again, I don't go to practice, but I firmly believe that I could put my buddy Carolina Jackpot back there at quarterback, and he could throw for more than 99 yards. So that should tell you. I'm not mocking you, Jackpot. Pick whoever the fuck you want. Old man Billy over in the chat, he could go out there in his wheelchair and throw for more than 100 yards. So that should tell you where I stand with him. Because I mean, he's just not with it. Just not with it, man. Can't seem to make any. He can't make the short throws. Can't do shit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because I think Kate Klubnik should be the starting quarterback for the team for next year.
Well, how about the guy that Dabo Sweeney said had a career in the NFL and Hunter Johnson? He's just sitting over there eating fucking popcorn, watching a damn football game. Put his ass on the field. What the hell are we doing here? 99 yards. 99 fucking yards. That is just atrocious. Jacob, thanks for calling the program. Have a good night. 803-470-2905.
G. Smith over in the comment section says, that's his point. AMM is horrible. So, in other words, the Lamecocks are horrible too. Oh, I know. Didn't your team lose to them? Yeah, it must suck. The Biscuit says, dude, chill on Billy. That's all in good sportsmanship. And Billy says, and I have COVID, I could do it. So, no hard feelings there.
Hold on 1 second there, caller. Shout out to Positive Mike Roberts, who loves the program. Says, don't sell your tickets, Rob. I know Positive Mike will be at the ACC championship game with bells on. Trey Baker says, Clemson deserves that loss. Congrats, Jackpot. Thank you for the $10, sir. Caller, what do you got?
Hey, guys. It's me, Justin. How y'all doing?
Justin, congratulations to your team, sir.
Oh, thank you. I feel good today. This week, I'm 2-0 this week. Michigan beat Ohio State, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, y'all play a good game, man. Good luck in the ACC championship against North Carolina, because I saw both teams are coming off losses. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep. We'll have to see about that. Hey, Justin, thank you for calling, man.
You too. Take care, guys. Go Gamecock.
All right, man. Thomas says, do you think Clemson will get a new OC after the season is over? Look, here's my thing with that. Uiagalelei's been in the program for 3 years. Brandon Streeter has been part of being the quarterback coach / offensive coordinator, whatever, for a while now. And the young man has regressed. So maybe it's time to look at something. Sweeney's not going to make any moves, though. He's really not.
Trey Baker,
turn down.
Says Clemson deserves that loss. Congrats, Jack.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Turn down your monitor there. Welcome to the program. This is where you talk.
To me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I just didn't know you say go ahead, caller. Anyway, yeah, congratulations to Jackpot. You guys deserve that. I mean that from my heart.
Thank you.
You guys have suffered a whole lot, and I'm so glad you guys won. Now, Rob, going back to the QB issue, is it just the QB? Is it the play calling? Is it the offensive coordinator? Is it the receivers? What is it? You're so close to that program. You know, you can't
Well,
blame
it
it
could
all
be-
on people, can you?
No, and you know what? That's a very good point, sir. You can make an argument that the left tackle doesn't block very well. The right guard doesn't really make any moves to help with holes on that side of the line. You could also make an argument that there isn't a wide receiver on the team that's above being a freshman. Yeah, you can make lots of different arguments about that team. You can also make an argument that the secondary is not very good, even though we thought it might be. Got lit up two times, really, really hard this season. So, yeah, I mean, there could be a good bit of that too, but 99 yards. I mean, this is the second straight season he could not break 100 yards against South Carolina. That's not good. That's not good at all.
I understand. I called in last week. I'm a Florida State fan, and I'm glad we beat the Gators. That's been our nemesis. I mean, I think we should have beat them worse. We played a little tight.
You should have. Y'all tried to give it away.
Yeah, we did, and it is what it is. But hey, at the end of the day, it's a rivalry game, and you never know. I mean, I guess Clemson just proved that. You never know what's going to happen in a rivalry game, how the teams are going to play. But if our recruiting picks up, we're pretty good in the portal, I think we can give Clemson maybe not a run next year, but maybe the year after that. But I don't think we're going away anytime soon. So buckle up, Dabo. We're after your ass. Have a great day, guys.
Hey, Jackpot, can I address the special teams play that ended up being called the fuckery play or whatever it is?
I want to comment on that real quick. Just a couple things. Adam Matthews, he got me tickled here. He says Dabo likes old man pleated pants and white with the blue New Balance shoes. Old man shit. Oh yeah, he's kicking the damn. He's kicking that. Daddy O says that who called the muddle huddle? He needs a game ball. Yeah, that was. I called it the hillbilly circle jerk play or the vacation Bible school special. What would you have to say about it?
Well, I was sitting down with our buddy Mike Muse from Callaway's watching the game, and we named that play the "fuck me in my ass" play. They made an asshole and then fucked themselves in it. So it's the "fuck me in my asshole" play. That's exactly what it is. I don't know. What the fuck are you calling that for? Just run the damn ball.
I don't know.
What the hell are you doing?
Like I said today in my video, the design of the play was good. I mean, it would be a good trick play. And I saw it yesterday on live stream. I said, "What are they doing? Some damn Bobby Bowden punt Ruski shit from 1989? It was crazy." But at the right point in the game, when you have the momentum, say if they were up, I don't know, 23-7, they were trying to if you fucked up with it, okay, and then it's not going to hurt you, but you don't do that when you just grab the momentum, and then you just give it right back. That was dumb. That was the dumbest special teams play I've seen since the Nebraska onside kick against Northwestern. That they did in that game from Ireland, the first one of the year, just ridiculous.
Luke Bryant says Sandstorm is still stuck in his head. Thank you for the super chat.
I bet it is.
All right, so TriStar, do you want to give a quick recap there over the Vanderbilt thing yesterday, and then we'll let you go here?
Well, when it came to that game, I mean, obviously Joe Milton still kind of has the overthrow problem, but luckily, we had over 360 yards of rushing. Tennessee's defense played great, but I mean, still Vanderbilt. I mean, it's not really saying anything, but like I said, hopefully we can build on this. The great thing is we got Nico coming in, and if Joe Milton gets done, we got Nico, so I think it's all going to work out, and we should be fine, and who knows? And like I said there, old Rob, we might be playing y'all in the Orange Bowl, and that will definitely be interesting.
We'll see how that works out. Hey, TriStar, thanks for joining the program, man. We appreciate it.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you,
All right, man. There you go. Dustin with the super chat. For you, Jackpot, he says, do you think that the Gamecocks will keep Sat or move on to someone else?
I mean, his contract's up at the end of the year. I think that they'll probably part ways and he'll move on. I think he goes with Matt Rule to Nebraska.
Yeah.
I don't know why Matt would want him, but granted, they played great the past 2 games offensively, well, through the air anyway. The rush game against Clemson was non-existent. But two out of 12 is still
Yeah. Well, welcome to the program. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, fellas. This is the comrade calling in. I have a stat for you that I uncovered. My crack stat team. It's been 1,093 days since Clemson threw for over 100 yards against the Gamecocks. Even Neeline Green's embarrassed by that.
Very good, sir.
Speaking of Neeline Green, I see a pattern, and it kind of hurts me in a way. It kind of hurts me. Part of me is hurt by this, but I see the writing on the wall. The Clemson Tigers, the run's over. Not some of the Gamecocks run. The run of being an elite team. You can just kind of see it right now. FSU is starting to wake up.
Sure.
We're going back to 1994-ish right now.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see that soon. And I think Positive Mike said it best. The 15ers, the Tater 15ers, who became all in back in 2015. And that's not Positive Mike, because Positive Mike is diehard Clemson. Positive Mike probably has a Neeline Green jersey right now and a Patrick Sapp jersey right now. Those are good times. So I just think you're going to see Clemson going to fade away. And the question is, as the fan base turns on Dabo, as Dabo realizes that they're just too spoiled now, and 9-3 seasons coming up are not going to be good enough, does Dabo jump ship? Does Dabo maybe look to go somewhere, get out of the ACC where you have to go 12-0 and to even get a look at the playoffs? Does Dabo kind of go somewhere else? Does he kind of look around at some openings here, and all of a sudden next you've got Tommy West 2.0 coaching your team? So it's just some thoughts I'm throwing out there right now. But a big win for the Gamecocks. I am mad at Antonio Williams. For crying out loud, I was on your show on Wednesday. I predicted a 1-point Gamecock win with a missed field goal by Harry Potter. Which guy's named Harry Potter? And I am so mad Antonio Williams fumbled that ball, because I really felt that Harry Potter was going to hit one off the crossbar, and I was going to become totally right. So I'm a little bit mad at Antonio Williams, but it is kind of funny that he's the one who fumbled. It was a good time here in Columbia, in God's country.
Anything else?
So that's about it. I just wanted to call him in real quick. Listen right now. And for those of you saying I wouldn't have called in if we lost, I was going to call in regardless of what happened. Because I didn't want to come off as a dumbass who came on the Wednesday show.
I figured you would be busy raising the fucking 27 kids you have and putting in private basketball courts and everything else.
Hey, comrade.
It is busy. I'm in my car right now running a quick errand, and I thought I'd give a call quick. We are busy right now, and I knew I couldn't call in the house to wake up some kids. But
hey, comrade, who was it? Who's got the jerseys?
If you're throwing for 105 yards on them, somebody call.
Mike, Jackpot has a question. Can you take a question, sir?
Who's got the Neeline Green and Patrick Sapp jerseys?
Positive Mike.
Did he complete the trifecta with the Dexter McLeon?
Of course he did.
Fair question.
What's that now? I didn't hear the question.
Well, he was talking about, you said that Positive Mike has the Neeline Green jersey and all that, yeah, and Patrick Sapp jersey, yeah.
He's probably got the Willie Simmons jersey too.
Well, he's got Dexter McLeon.
It's Willie Simmons, you dumb fuck. Get it right.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I said Willie Simmons.
No, you didn't. Series or some shit. You didn't say that. Anyway, welcome. Thank you, sir.
I know all your shit.
Yeah, I know. You know all about Clemson. That's all that you study there. That's all you got.
Well, hey, I study the rival. I'm saying.
No, you don't.
You can't accurately trash talk Clemson fans without knowing information. I mean, you can, And the funny thing is, with the 15ers, I bring up Neeline Green. They have no clue who that is. I posted a picture of one of our ones we are in, the UCN, and I posted a picture of Neeline Green about 2 months ago, and one person could tell me who it is. You know, the all-in folks. I don't know who is that. Why is their shoulder pad so big? Yeah, that's what you did back in the 90s. But anyway, I just think it's a great time for the Gamecocks. They're on the rise. Todd Ellis is right. Clemson is cycling out. Gamecocks are cycling in.
Yeah, I mean, really, Todd was really smart with that.
Decade of dicking has begun. The decade of dicking.
Todd was really smart with that because he predicted it 5 years before it actually happened. Yeah.
Probably tomorrow, but I want to call in real quick and to the diehard Clemson fans, not the 15ers, like diehard fans. You know, I know how it hurts. It hurts like hell. We've been there. You'll be fine. Okay. To the 15ers, it really hurts you right now, but you know, hey, go root for FSU. Like you did, 15 years ago. All right.
All right.
Bye,
Goodbye. Holy shit. Nick Marshall with the super chat. He says, Rob is straight keeping it real on his own team, and as always, and I'm so here for it. Rob and Kale show is prime content. Well, we try. Frothy Tavern wants to know if Comrade is coked up. No, I don't think he does coke. I don't think he does. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Huh?
Hello.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I meant to call the Ohio State University Suicide Prevention Hotline. I got to go. It's a matter of life and death.
See you later. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to get in on the program this evening.
Lou was really going off on someone from Ohio State today on the Your Season's Over video. Good Lord. The last 10 minutes of him, and he was going in raw. I think it was personal.
Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Can I slow down for a second?
Aloha. This is Marty. I am the assistant to the regional director of the Jackpot Fan Club Pacific. I just wanted to call and say congratulations to the Gamecocks, and also wanted to send a shout out to the IAEA Junior Ali 12U football team for winning the Oahu championship yesterday. My boy plays left tackle and nose tackle as well on the defensive side of the football. So pretty proud of those guys for winning 6-0 yesterday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations to those guys.
Appreciate
All right, Carl.
you guys. Jackpot, miss you guys. Love listening to the show, and really just wanted to call and say thank you guys for what you do. I look forward to this podcast twice a week, and I definitely miss it when I don't see a lot of posts. So thank you guys.
Wait, Caller, where are you? Where are you at, man? Are you actually in Hawaii?
Yes, sir. I am in Honolulu, sitting on my front porch, drinking Peach Crown and Sprite, and loving life. It's pretty nice out here right now. If I could change anything, it would be the VOG, which is volcanic fog out here. So it kind of plays hell on your respiratory system. But other than that, love it out here.
All right, man. Well, Jackpot, that's pretty cool. Yeah, hey, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. See y'all later.
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah,
man.
Thanks, caller. It's weird when somebody calls from that far away. I just like to think that it's all just.
We got someone who watches the show from Bangkok.
Bangkok. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, Chris Jordan. A question for Jackpot. You think these last 2 weeks, and it was Satterfield possibly dipping out, Spencer tests the draft waters?
Well, Jackpot, did you hear what he said tonight?
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
No, what did he say tonight?
Was it tonight or was it yesterday? They asked him about if the last 2 games had an influence on whether or not he went to the NFL, and he said, "Yeah, actually, it has." And he said he has to go and pray on it. It was sort of, I mean, depending on how you looked at it, I mean, does he come back or not? I honestly don't know. So.
As much hell and I talk shit and I ate crow on talking shit on Spencer Rattler and he dropped fucking $500,000 on our head. but he's looked better than Will Levis, and they're still got Will Levis in the first round. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you never know. I don't know if he'd be a first rounder, but I think somebody might take a flyer on him.
If you put a gun to my head on that one, I'd say that he goes to the NFL draft. Just too much
And
money
also,
involved, man. It's too much. I mean, no, he'd never play for the state of South Carolina again right now, but that doesn't hold a candle to what he can make there, though. So I think he's probably gone.
And there's also a debate for SEC Coach of the Year. I just wanted to get y'all's opinion on. You got Josh Heupel going 10-2, but he has.
Here's my thing, and we'll get Jackpot. I'll ask you about this next, Jackpot. People are going to throw Brian Kelly into the mix there. If the SEC Coach of the Year trophy doesn't go to Shane Beamer with the bullshit that Will Muschamp left him, he went from where they were to an 8-4 program and winning against two teams that are ranked currently in the top 12 in the country in 2 seasons. If it doesn't go to Shane Beamer, then it's who gives a shit? If you look, we're going to look at Brian Kelly's losses. Lost to Florida State, which SEC fans.
I
don't think he deserves it either. I'm sorry. I forgot. I mean, Josh Heupel invented football. I can't have a realistic conversation with you. But all right, go ahead.
But, I mean, he lost 35 players last offseason,
Sure.
or 2 off seasons ago.
Sure.
And he's 10-2, and he beat Alabama. He beat this LSU team they're trying to give it to.
Right.
I mean, how is his loss to Shane Beamer?
So the head-to-head means nothing in that? Is that what you're saying?
Honestly, it should go to Kirby Smart, but they've not given it to somebody 2 years in a row.
Yeah, but they're look, and you can definitely make an argument for Kirby Smart, but what you said is absolutely true. They're not going to give it to the same coach 2 years in a row, but
I don't know. Shane Beamer's got multiple bad losses on his resume.
Yeah, he's got multiple good wins.
yeah, and if you look at what Heupel had as far as the players that stayed compared to what South Carolina had, it's
I mean, he's not really got multiple bad losses. He's got a bad loss to Mizzou. That was a bad loss, and the Florida loss was a bad loss. The Georgia loss, it was a blowout, but, I mean, they're currently ranked number 1 in the country. Not a lot you can say there. And the Arkansas loss, really wasn't a bad loss. I mean, 13 points. I don't know. He's got 2 really bad ones on there this year, but 2 really good ones. And I really think those 2 really good ones kind of outweigh those 2 shitty ones.
We'll find out in a couple of weeks after. We'll see how bowl games go. Maybe bowl game. I don't know exactly when that award gets given out, but
I think it's right before the bowl games really get started. All right, Mike with the super chat. Of course, the last 2 games will impact his decision. He's no Rattler fan, but what he said is historic. Back-to-back top 10s. I think he should stay. And there was another super chat up here a little bit asking. Tilly says, Jackpot, you're going to go to the portal to get a QB.
Well, I mean, we've got multiple quarterbacks down there. I mean, I don't know. What do you think about that? I mean, Luke Doty is.
I think it depends on what Rattler does. They've got another quarterback that they've got coming up that I think they really like. Braden Davis. Thank you for that. I mean, I don't know. Senor Dog says Dabo enters the transfer portal. Caller, we'll get to you in a moment. That's what Senor Dog says. TJ Bird.
You got this other kid who was committed to Oregon. Is his name Tanner something? Help me with this. I don't know his name. Morgan. Morgan?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. TJ Bird 9, he says, it's okay, Rob. Tennessee will handle Clemson if Clemson is able to even beat UNC, and we'll put Dabo's foot squarely down his throat after what he said this past week about UT. You, sir, if that bothers you, what he said about your program when you got 63 hung on you, you are soft as Charmin, sir. You are softer than Charmin. You're like biodegradable soft. like Sweeney said something about when you guys beat Tennessee, because man, the Gamecocks really ran out on them. I mean, it wasn't anything that was over the top awful, but Tennessee fans lost their shit over it. And of course,
I know. I heard that. I mean, hell, what
did he say that wasn't true? Nothing. They're soft.
Nothing. They're just looking for they're looking. These people. They're looking for attention. They're looking for attention.
They're a pussy fan base. An absolute pussy fan base. Caller, what you got?
And attention.
No.
Yeah.
Jackpots. That's fine. Hold on, caller. Pussy fan base. Pussy fan base. Anyway, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a couple of comments. I'm enjoying
Sure.
the show as always. And first of all, Kai Kroger did well, Atkins, Rattler, but I want to shout out Marcellus Dial. He had an excellent game yesterday.
Yep. He sure
And
did.
Jackpot, you touched on something during your live stream yesterday where you said that this game was eerily similar to the 1984 game, and us old fuckers remember that. And I was thinking about that when I went back and watched the game today. A lot of weird things happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And,
Sure did. It sure did. I mean, it's eerily similar.
It's when old Mike Holt was down there.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I also give a shout out to Rob for coming on here and eating his crow. He's
show
done
up
a lot better than his social media. They won't even post the fucking score. Go Cox, baby.
Hold on. Are you talking about Clemson didn't post the score? If they did, they should have done that.
The Clemson social media didn't post the score of the game.
Fuck out of here. Just post the goddamn score. Holy shit with all that. Let's see here. Brock says if Clemson loses to Tennessee, Clemson will be out gimmicked, not out coached. Can I send Brock Lee a super chat for that? I should be able to reward callers. That's funny. That is really, really funny. Someone says that Clemson lost because of what Dabo said about Tennessee. You dumb fucks.
God. That was
holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Tennessee is the Lord's team.
Yeah.
So he put that curse on them.
And by the way, people that are trying to pick bowl games now, I hate to break it to you, but you don't even know what the fuck your team's going to have yet. You simpletons, you don't know if half your team's going to go away because of the transfer portal, or mommy or daddy says come home, or what the fuck ever. You don't even know who's going to be out there. You have no clue.
Yeah,
go ahead and try to pick your team. Go ahead.
These bowl games, and it's going to get worse and worse every year. Who's going to play in them? They're called everybody calls them meaningless bowl games. But when we're picking them, and when we're projecting who's going to go where, who's going to go here, when all that's selected, they're not meaningless. They're not meaningless until everybody decides to sit their ass out of them.
Right. Well, I mean, you can. I mean, and there's plenty of examples of great players that decided, hey, I'm not going to play in a bowl game.
Yeah, Debo Samuel shit out on the bowl game.
That's the first one that is in the mix there. You've also got the running back for Iowa State that was playing for the Jets this year. Bryce Hall. Yeah, he didn't play. I mean, so there's that. G. Smith says, eating my crow, crackpot. Good luck next year. Go Vols.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the 5.
Big Barney Ross says, who wears the orange helmet, Clemson or Tennessee in the bowl? I don't know.
Tennessee likes to change their uniforms up a lot, so I doubt it's them.
Billy says quitters. Yeah, you're right about that.
If Tennessee's the road team in the bowl, it'll just be the pretty plain all white uniform, I think. But if they're the home team, I mean, you may see a mixture of smoky grays. You may see white tops and orange bottoms, or orange bottoms, white tops. You may see chrome helmets. You may see camo helmets. You may see a camo helmet with a red, white, and blue tee. There's no telling what you might get.
Holy shit. Anyway, 803-470-2905.
You're in Miami. They might have them done up in Miami Dolphins colors. You ain't no telling.
Sharif says Dabo needs to stop treating Clemson like some Christian private school. Let transfers come in and changing up his NIL views. Yes. Yes.
He treats it like it's a Catholic school.
Yeah.
Catholic skew.
Crazy.
Brandon says, would you have the Gamecocks playing the Outback or the Gator Bowl? I don't really care, man. I would. I just want them to. I guess the Gator Bowl. They haven't been there in a long, long time. Haven't really had real good luck in the Gator Bowl though. So I don't think they've ever won it, to be honest with you. So maybe the Outback Bowl. Maybe the Outback Bowl brings better luck in that.
Welcome to the program, caller.
Oh yeah, this is Vic too.
Hey, Vic.
Hello, Vic too.
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell y'all. I remember last time I called in. I said that I thought that I was gonna lose. My bet was Uncle Lou, but it turns out that I won. So yeah,
You did. Yeah, and that was kind of uncanny that you should win that because y'all had 6 wins. He had the 6 wins, and he would have defeated you. And then South Carolina just goes out and knocks off 2 top 10 teams.
I'm sure Uncle Lou paid up, right?
Not yet. I think he wants to pay all his bets at the same time.
I'm sure he'll score up with you. I didn't know if you were calling us for that or not.
No, it was like so South Carolina did the impossible and beat 2 top 10 teams in a row. So.
Cool.
Unreal.
Anything else, Vic too?
No, that's all I got for you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Christopher says Tennessee's offense is a gimmick just like their uniforms are a gimmick. Go Dogs.
Are you the guy from
Thank you for the super chat, sir.
thing?
Who, me?
No, him. It's Christopher Hansen. And so you
That's
that
a good
guy
point.
from that Catch a Predator, catching them pedophiles and stuff. You do good work. You're doing the Lord's work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Get the bad guys off the street.
Billy says Chris Hansen, who's had the number 1 total offense all year? Go ahead. Yeah, but you have to play defense too. Sorry. TJ Bird is upset about uniform combos. I love that nobody thinks about the fact that South Carolina wears more uniform combos than anybody in the SEC. Okay.
Tennessee Lou went flea. We never said that we didn't. Never said we didn't. People just like making fun of y'all. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, 803-470-2905.
I pulled for you against Vanderbilt the other day. If you play Clemson, I'm gonna pull for you against Clemson. So don't act like I don't. I have love for the Vols too. So you could add that to the Penn State, the Rutgers, the Oregon State, and the Mizzou collection. I guess you could add Tennessee on there as well. I have a coat of many colors. It's like Joseph in the Bible.
Brandon says, landlord says doesn't make sense because Tennessee is garbage. Good point, sir. Brandon says, what did I think about Juice Wells' performance yesterday? He was the best wide receiver on the field, in my opinion.
Without a doubt.
So,
He held on to the ball too. That's key.
I'm looking for Big Bonnie Ross's comment because it's up here somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Ed
He's made a comment of some sort.
Ed Rock says that garnet helmet looks like a used tampon. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. So does every team that has a red or garnet or burgundy helmet of anything. They say all look like a bunch of fucking used tampons running around the field.
I like the black helmet for South Carolina. They should stick with that and wear that all the time. I think that looks slick.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
but
I like that one.
I don't really like the red ones, but then again, I'm not a fan. But since we're talking about it, whatever.
Right, so it's just yours. Okay, I'm sorry. You must have hurt feelings syndrome. I hope you
me?
get over that.
You talking about me?
No.
Oh. Welcome to the program. Good evening. I'm sorry.
Hi, this is Texas. This is Texas A&M fan.
Hey man, hey, how much were your bowl game tickets? I heard they were expensive.
Actually, Rob, I was going to touch on that for just a minute. Actually, A&M got kind of fortunate now by not going to the bowl game. Now they don't have to risk any injury to their players, and they can go ahead and get started on next year's plan.
I mean, that's why maybe Jimbo Fisher's onto something. They duck Wake Forest last year. They didn't want to do anything with that. Why not just fucking not even go to a bowl game this year? Fucking championship or bust for them. Maybe that's the Jimbo Fisher plan.
Hey, listen, I got something from Kale. I was watching one of his videos the other day, and his mother called in, and I thought that was special. His mother sounds a lot like my mother. It kind of gives a personal side to it. It makes Jackpot even a more realistic personality, and I thought that was one of his best scenes since he's been on. It's just really, to me, that was a holiday plus. You could tell the excitement in her voice. She knew it'd been 60 years, and that was a wonderful experience for me, and I appreciate that, Jackpot.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I texted, messaged her, and then she just called in. So I was like, "Well, heck, we might as well put it here on speaker." I already put my son on there too, so yeah.
Jackpot was calling everybody yesterday. It was actually kind of sweet. It was funny because he called me, and literally I was on the radio working for WVOC, and Jackpot calls me, and I said, "Hey, Jackpot, I'm working," and he goes, "Yeah, all the fucking Clemson fans are working now, by God." I'm like, "No, I fucking have to talk on the radio, Jackpot. This is real, But I didn't want to, get pissy with him. But it was just really funny. So I
everybody's working. Everybody's got to go to church. Everybody's got some commitments. We got to go.
Jackpot, Jackpot,
before it closes.
Jackpot. You know what I do, so don't start that shit.
Go to my piano lesson,
Oh fuck.
My kid.
Hey, I saw that. I was watching Uncle Lou earlier on his deal, and he was getting really personal with some Ohio State fans. And the Ohio State fan said somebody's going to whoop your ass, and then Uncle Lou comes back with, "Well, why don't you just come over here and whoop it before they have an opportunity to?" And the other guy goes, "Drop your address." So I mean, it got real tense there for a minute. I mean, they were talking about ass kicking and addresses, and that's what all that was about that. So when people start asking for your address and shit like that, I think that's out of line.
People gonna start going to Google Earth and every damn thing else.
No, all right. Well, show. Like I said, I just want to call in. I always try to check in, win or lose. Like I said, it's been kind of a down season for us, but we're not down and out. We like I said, they might rebuild today anyway.
Well, you're down and finished. You don't have a game until the spring game. Maybe you guys can win the spring game.
I don't know. They got a decent win last night. He might be at the strip club. I don't know. We got to go find him.
All right. Well, last night. So.
Appreciate it there, Texas A&M fan.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
All right, there you go. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Good. So, Rob, I want to have your opinion on that no huddle call, that fake play. What do you think was going on there? You might answer this question earlier. I just tuned in.
Which the no huddle call on what play, sir? I'm sorry.
It was like a fake no huddle play that Clemson ran.
You talking about the punt return?
That's right.
Yeah, we named the play the "fuck me in my ass" play because they made a circle so it looks like an asshole, and then they proceeded to fuck themselves in it. That's what I think of that play.
I hear you there. Well, Jackpot, congratulations. Rob, eat that crow. I know you were really salty on that when after the game when Jackpot called you. Do you have any words about that?
Look, and
off the radio.
I know, but I was literally working, and I know that, and I'm just being honest. And if Jackpot's honest too, he'll tell you I'm really working on the radio. I do post game every game. He called me, and I thought maybe something was wrong. So I took the call, and then it's like, no, it's just Jackpot wanted to fuck with me, which is fine. But at the time, I was working on several different things at once, and if I came across that way, I did tell Jackpot yesterday the game could have been much worse than it was.
Yep.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. South Carolina gave Clemson probably 14 points yesterday. So it could have been a lot worse than it was. So there's that.
I hear there. Well, love the show, boys. Y'all keep it up, okay?
All right, man. Appreciate it. Jackpot, can we refer to your mother as Mama Jackpot? I don't want to be disrespectful to your mama, but can we call her Mama Jackpot? Is that all right?
Yeah, I can just call her Lynn.
All right.
That's her
Well,
name.
Lynn was the best caller of all time, according to SEC Dog. She knows college football better than any of us here. I don't want to be disrespectful to your mother and calling her Mama Jackpot, because you don't fuck with anybody's mama ever. It's like a number one man rule right there.
With
So
the safety that happened yesterday, and that was that.
Yeah.
Did his knee? Was that because that was intentional grounding in the end zone? Is that why they called the safety on him?
That's why they called it, because he didn't get out of the pocket, and he didn't throw it anywhere near any receiver. So
Because everything was going crazy there at that moment. I was screaming. I mean, we hit about 250 viewers on this thing yesterday, early in the game, and I was losing my shit. It was not a real nice scene yesterday in the first quarter of that game.
Well, we were at 278 viewers at one point tonight here. So thanks to everybody for checking out the show. So there's that.
It was insane, man. After that pick six, I was like, oh, here we fucking go.
Someone asked about Bo Collins. I don't know how long he's going to be out. That's a good question there. I don't really know. We'll have to see. Big Barney Ross says Dabo will only use the transfer portal on the field. The play was called the transfer portal of shit. Thank you, Big Barney Ross. 803-470-2905. Big Biscuit says, do you think Clemson's offensive programs are the teams wants to meet at the paw instead of just getting into the end zone? That's a good question.
Good question. Maybe.
Look, people have been saying, I've been ranting and raving about Clemson doing that. They started doing that in the 70s. So I don't know what else do you want. I don't know what else you want there. I don't know. Sharif says, does DJU transfer out? Probably. Yeah, the thing with Josh Van.
Nobody was talking about anybody going on the field or any of that stuff until Tennessee did it.
Yeah. Josh Van, from what I gather, he had it's a severe injury to his left leg. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. But I feel sorry for him because the road was right there, man. He finishes that game uninjured, he could go straight to the draft. Todd says, thank you for the content. Thank you for the super chat, sir. KC the Shug says, a lot of Clemson fans are notorious for jumping ship. He used to see tickets for sale in the Greenville News all the time in the 90s. Look, and there's going to be people that are going to be fair weather fans, and I get that. But if you're one of those people that you're ranting and raving and bitching at Jackpot especially, or any of the other big-time South Carolina fans, and you give him shit all the time, and then finally his team pulls out a win, and then you want to jump ship like a bitch, I have no stomach for you, sir. Not one fucking ounce. People that he was talking about, Clemson fans jumping ship, and I said fans that give you shit, and then all of a sudden when your team wins, they decide, well, fuck you, I'm Caspering out. Got no time for you. Don't be coming around here next Thanksgiving when order is restored and Clemson wins in that shithole in Columbia saying, I've been here all along, when you haven't. No one wants to hear your shit. Let's make sure that you understand that.
Facts.
Yep. Anyway, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. B Bean says jump ship like a bitch. Yes. Caspering out. Yes. Casper the friendly ghost. Disappearing. That's what I meant. I guess I have to explain things to some folks there, Jackpot.
TJ Bird 9 said, I would hate to be the person that has to send the 100,000 checks to the NCAA for storming that field at Clemson. I thought, isn't storming the field where you get fined for it? Isn't that just an SEC rule, though?
Yeah, that's an SEC rule. So, yeah.
Because if that was, I mean, they wouldn't be doing that if they were getting fined for it every time they did it.
Big Bonnie Ross with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Louisville was overrated at being ranked 25th. Boston College was overrated all year.
I agree. They got exposed by Syracuse. The fruit exposed them last night.
So B Bean says, thanks, Rob. Sorry, I'm stupid. I never said you were stupid. I'm just saying I have to go that route. Biscuit says, do you guys get married on the Paul? Trevor Lawrence proposed to his wife on the Paul. It's tradition, sir. The Paul is a tradition. I shouldn't have to explain tradition. You Georgia fans have some traditions. I don't know. Letting players rape women in the bathroom and slinging racial slurs at your quarterback. You guys have traditions too. I don't mock those. Don't get mad. What's wrong with you, Biscuit?
Brock says he'd get rid of meeting at the Paul if it meant bringing back the balloons that were released from Clemson ran down the hill in a heartbeat. They had to get rid of those, though, right? That had something to do with the wildlife was eating them and choking on them or something.
Yeah, it was some environmental groups got upset, and the balloons went away.
What did you say? We live in the world of being canceled, so yeah.
See, I shouldn't have said shit to Biscuit because Biscuit's going to come back with
fucking balloons because
Yeah.
they're choking the sea turtles. What the hell?
I don't know about that. Let's see here. Does anyone get married on the cock? Lee Wilder said. I thought that was after the marriage, but
Beth Webb said
maybe before.
some people spread their family ashes on the Paul. That's weird.
Yep. I mean, there's people love it up there, man.
So they're taking the contents of an urn
Yeah.
and spread on the field where we play football. That's just weird. I mean, that's weird. That's like it would be irreverent to walk on.
There's stuff at Clemson that I don't get. The rubbing the rock thing. Okay. Running down the hill like you've been bussed around the stadium. I don't look. It's tradition. Whatever. Do your thing. What's really funny to me is when 65-year-old men are screaming the rap song "We Too Deep." Hey. It's like, what the fuck are you? That's just funny. It's hilarious. So I don't know. Some traditions I just don't get, but it is tradition. So have at it.
Golden Blue Dude says, thank you, South Carolina. I made a $50 bet South Carolina would get 8 wins, and it wasn't looking good before the Tennessee game. You're welcome. I wouldn't have taken that bet, but since you did, you're $50 richer. I heard you called into the Walt show the other day, too.
Biscuit says, you become a lawyer at Clemson. Do you practice Paul law? Very good, sir. Ryan Mumbo.
Asheville got a high woke quotient. That's true. It's been said that, there are no two cities down in the South that are closer geographically than Greenville, South Carolina, and Asheville, North Carolina, that are more different culturally.
Yeah. Ryan Mumbauer says, I couldn't be happier for the Taters and Rob. F you and go take a shower. You just look like one of those dudes that always stinks. Okay. I don't know if he's talking about me, you, or whatever, but
I've been listening to Walt for a long time. I've been listening to him for a long. He had me blocked on Twitter at one time but then they turned around and you just had to email your name into Ramona on the station and ask for amnesty. They had an amnesty day. So now I'm not blocked on Twitter anymore. I don't even know what I did to get blocked on Twitter by him. But yeah.
I am one says, what do y'all think LSU is going to do to UGA? Well, hopefully they do better than they did against Texas A&M. How the fuck does the SEC West champion lose to a team that didn't even go to a fucking bowl game?
I don't know. They're
Valid
not
point.
good. They're not very good. I mean, hell, they almost lost to Arkansas.
Yeah.
They almost lost to Arkansas. The SEC. I mean, they got a couple of good wins. Hell, did they beat Florida, right? So I mean, that's yeah. I mean, I can't say anything. I can't hate on it. We didn't do it, but yeah, LSU's not real good.
I don't know. We'll see. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to join the program, yeah. As we put a wrap on rivalry week, any other games that made you go silly, Jackpot? Ohio State game was interesting, in my opinion. Michigan just mouth pumped them.
Yeah, I mean, I had it on over here, but I mean, ours was so nip and tuck that I really didn't pay it a lot of attention. Maybe I'll go back and watch some highlights of it. I'm sure I can go back and listen to the Zach Smith podcast recording from today. They have a live show today too, and they'll talk all about it. But I don't know. They can't seem that. It seemed like Ohio State dominated them for years in that. Right, it was almost like the Gamecocks and Clemson a little bit. I mean, Ohio State dominated them. They beat them like, I don't know, 5-6 years in a row.
No, it was 17 out of 20.
Wow,
that's how many they've won going into yesterday's matchup. 17 out of 20. So yeah, I mean they've pretty much dominated that series. So what a mess. Let's see here. What else we got? 803-470-2905. Billy said a lot of comments about Asheville. I'm going to post the most politically correct one here. Great trout fishing in the streams in and around Asheville. Read the rest of Billy's comments. They're actually really funny. We'll just go with that one.
What is it?
He was talking about, Asheville and pronouns and other things.
Ridiculous, he said. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. I mean, you never, I mean, and this has only been like in the past, I don't know, 20 years or so, I guess. Because I remember going to Fall Brawl in Asheville in 1995. And, Asheville used to be kind of like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. It was more like, I don't know. There were more rednecks than anything, and now that's all changed around a lot.
SEC Dog says, I'm going to troll the F out of Tater fans. I'll probably get banned. You will not get banned on this program unless you say something that might get where YouTube says, hey, you can't have people saying that on your show. I mean, whatever it is you have to say about Clemson, come on down. You're not going to hurt my feelings, and no one here is going to ban you. So I assure you of that.
Yes, sir, Brandon. That was the one where yes, it was. That was the one where Hogan's team. It was him and Sting, and I can't remember who else, but yeah, they were in the War Games match in the War Games cage against the Dungeon of Doom. And that was the match where the one where Ric Flair fought Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
AA won too.
Okay. Yeah. SEC Dog says, yeah, if you drop N-bombs in the chat, you got to go. But yeah, and we're not talking. We try to be as open as I know it sounds like I'm being fucking flaming liberal there, but we try to be as open as we can here. You should have the right to say whatever the hell it is you want to say, but just don't do the racist shit up in here.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Can't do that because that'll get the whole channel in trouble, and we don't want to do that. All right. Final call for calls 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Nick says, are Clemson fans embarrassed when Dabo throws tantrums? There are times, and I'm speaking for me here, where I think Dabo just needs to shut the hell up. I mean, and I've said that before on here. Like, just shut up. You don't have, I mean, just sometimes he just needs to shut up. That's all I'm going to go with here. It's like, holy shit sometimes. So.
Tilly said, go over to the Talking Vols, they'll ban you. Why would we want to go over there to get banned? I know that too. They've banned 3 of my accounts.
Christopher Hansen says, I live in Asheville. Okay. I've never seen Christopher Hansen in here before, so welcome to the program, Fuckstick. Congratulations. You found a show that's accepting of you and all the silly, stupid shit you're going to say. Yeah, but I don't care.
Don't call him a fuckstick.
I told Peg and Megan that he had scratches on his face because his mom wanted to abort him. And he gives us money, and I can't say shit to this guy? Come on, man. Anyway.
Wahoo
anyway.
Oh, I didn't notice Wahoo was in the chat. I thought you were dead, sir. Apparently not. Game fucking
Okay. Anyway, 803-470-2905.
They'll ban you for whatever. They want to live in an echo chamber and get zero pushback, and that's fine because they want to keep it a Tennessee-related program. You know, they don't want to go the banter and the back and forth and the crazy stuff. And I get that. That's fine, but still, it makes them look soft, especially when they lose, and especially get their doo-doo pushed in. And then they can't take it when the fans of the rival team want to, kind of give them a hard time. I don't like it.
That podcast had to start after Tennessee went 0-8 in conference play. It had to be after that season because
it started in 2016, so that would have been before.
Jesus, I bet their show was nothing but
that 2017 was when they went 0-8 in conference play.
How do calls go on that show? Tennessee's great. Josh Heupel's great. Play Rocky Top. I'm going to dance around.
I don't know. I didn't actually call it. I didn't call it, and I've never heard their call-in part. I made a smart crack. I they had 10 guys up there on the StreamYard thing, much like we are, but there was 10 of them, and it was before our game against them, and all I did was send them a $5 super chat, and I said, this looks like a Hollywood Squares of delusion.
Yeah.
And they got fucking pissy.
Well, I just wondering, and seriously, for those that follow the Talking Vols thing, God bless them. They want to have a show where it's just all Tennessee fans and y'all can all live in that. And Jackpot called it an echo chamber. That's a good term for it. Let's just all get together and Tennessee lost 2 games. We're going to call them wins here because Tennessee wins every game. So Tennessee is 12-0. They've won every game 70-0. All those other things are just illusions. None of that ever happened. So, yeah, maybe there's that. Steve says, you ever been to that?
The Talking Vols are softer than the Buckeyes line of scrimmage.
Steve says, Jackpot, have you been to the sports bar restaurant in Greenville that one side is Gamecock fans and the other side is Clemson?
I have not. I didn't know that even existed, but pretty cool.
Someone asked who he thinks is going to go to Auburn. Brock says, who would want to coach at Auburn? Nothing you do would impress the fans. Good point, sir.
So we don't have a coach for Auburn yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We don't have a coach for Auburn. We have a coach for Nebraska, and then we have a coach for Wisconsin now.
Yeah, I heard that it was going to be Hugh Freeze. It was the name that was out there yesterday.
No, Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell is supposed to be going to Wisconsin.
Right.
Yeah, and so I thought that was kind of crazy because I thought that Luke was going to end up holding out for the Ohio State job. He's an Ohio State guy. I thought he was going to end up holding out for that, but I guess he doesn't want to wait around for Ryan Day to finally get pushed out of there. How can you justify getting rid of a guy and he's losing maybe 1-2 games a year, but just he's not making the playoffs. He's probably not going to make the playoffs this year, especially if USC and TCU went out, and he won't be in the playoffs again. They'll be in the Rose Bowl playing somebody from the Pac-12 again. That's going to be, those fans are they want to compete for national championships, and he's got the players to do it, but they're not doing it.
Someone says TJ Bird 9 says, do you think Clemson comes to the SEC sometimes in the near future? No. I think eventually the way things are going to go is that we're going to have like 4 super conferences, and I think all of them will be geographically based. And yeah, I think eventually that's the way it's going to be. I think it'll have like the top 80, maybe 100 teams, have 4 25-team conferences, whatever, and then roll from there. So the way that we look at teams now or conferences now is going to be different than how we look in the future.
Broadley said that he heard that Willie Taggart flew to Auburn last night. Yeah, to do what? Eat dinner? What was he doing? Go shopping at the Kroger? Yeah. No. Captain Shark says Auburn Twitter was floating around the idea of Shane Beamer today, which was hysterical.
Yeah, Shane Beamer's not going anywhere. But I tell you what, and Jackpot, I want to get your opinion on this before we get out of here. The Shane Beamer has every right to walk into Ray Tanner's office Monday morning and say, you know what, I'm not asking for a lot here, sir, but just on revenue alone, it is absurd that I don't get paid more than the women's basketball coach here. And I know Don Staley's an absolute legend, but just for dollars coming into the university, the fact that Shane Beamer doesn't make more than the women's basketball coach is it's just not cool. He should be getting at least paid more than she does. And I'm not saying she's not worth what she's getting, but I'm just saying 80,000 fans, 8 Saturdays every fall. And if you ask most Gamecock fans, they'll tell you that they want to be a football school. With what Shane Beamer has done, he needs to make more than Don Staley does. I don't think that's asking much. Do you agree, Jackpot?
No, it's not. And I think he'll get whatever he wants. Ed Rock says Shane Beamer to Virginia Tech in the future. I don't know. Sure about that. I don't know why he would leave here to go there. She's not going to be able to get anything at Virginia Tech that she can't get here. That's for sure.
Shane Beamer makes $2.75 million a year. Don Staley makes let's see here. Don Staley makes right at $3 million a year. So give the guy 3.1 for God's sakes, just to let people know that you care more about football. I don't think it's that much to ask.
He's the lowest paid SEC coach, right?
Yeah, he is. Well, we don't know about Clark Lee because Vanderbilt's a private school.
Yeah, they're a private school and they don't have to divulge that stuff.
Nick says, Rob and JP, in y'all's opinion, what is the max any program should pay a head coach? I know different programs have more funds, but put that aside just for conversation's sake. I believe in the free market, sir, and I believe with whatever the university decides to pay you, then that's what you should get. So maybe I'm not the one to ask that. So,
yeah, I wouldn't know. I mean, you can't put a cap on it.
Yeah.
Cap on anything
like
else.
whatever Nick Saban's making at Alabama, he's worth it. Just for what he brings into the state, he's worth it. So there's that. Glenn says he's already in the works. Tanner's working on a raise. Yeah, you're probably right about that. All right, Jackpot. Well, we've had a great show. Congratulations to your team, sir. Big win for them. And yeah, we're gonna get jacked up for the bowl games, and then we'll be rolling along there as things go. But make sure you support our sponsors, Callaway's and DNC Trucking and Transport. Appreciate all the super chats this evening, and we'll see you later on.
Christian said, "Where's Jackpot getting all these college hats at Penn State?" Well, the Penn State hat actually got in Pennsylvania. The Oregon State hat I ordered off Amazon.
Kentucky Derby says, how many weeks left in the regular season contest? It's the last week. This week is it, and that's it. All right, y'all. See you later on.
All right, gang.